Hi, my name's Randy Schultz. I've put up a couple of videos already. I sort of explained what my diet is all about. I've been suffering from Crohn's disease for a long time, and now I want to show you my morning pancake, the one that's, well, this thing has a bunch of nutrition in it. It says nutritious. Well, let's just put it this way. It had one pancake. My one pancake has the same amount of protein as 4 IHOP pancakes. Anyways, let me get started for you here in a second. Bear with me, please. Well, this is Randy again. I'm over here. I got my almond flour, got my egg. It's all you need to make my pancake. Just make sure of course you gotta break the egg open and everything and mix it all together. That's pretty obvious, I would think. I like to use this paper towel here to help clean up any mess. I like to clean up as I go. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm here, I usually just use a fork, mix this up a little bit, get it started, get that yolk loose, and then I put in a couple of slightly overfilled quarter cup scoops of almond flour. I like to overfill them a little bit, and it gives me a good solid 20 grams of protein, and there's almost no waste the way I do this. And when you put this together, you just sort of mix it best that you can, just like this. That's all. You don't add anything else. This is the whole shebang, and I like to mix it up real good and roll it up into a ball to drop it in the pan before I fry the pancake up. You can see what I'm doing here. It's just like I said, just mix it up real good. Everything turns out just right. I mean, it's not a perfect looking pancake like you might see at a Denny's or an IHOP with the buttermilk and all that kind of thing going on. But trust me, this tastes pretty good, especially when you drown it in honey. I'll show you that. That's what I use. I don't use any maple syrup or anything like that anymore. Just regular honey. It works beautifully. And I know this takes a little bit of work. I like doing it this way though. Get it into a ball. You might not want to go to that much trouble, I don't know, but make sure you mix it all together in some kind of a lump. Okay, that should be pretty good to go. Okay, here we are again. Now we're getting ready to cook the pancake. I use this extra virgin olive oil. I get a big container of it, but you don't have to use too much. Let me put a light on here, maybe you can see a little better. You don't have to use too much. I'll show you here in a second a little closer. And that should be more than enough oil for what we need today. And here, let me show you. It's spreads around pretty easily. It doesn't take a whole lot of oil, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan a little bit. It'll spread out more evenly as I cook this. And I set it up on sort of the lowest heat possible, just to let it heat up for a second. I usually heat up the oil ahead of time, But I did it this way just so I could show you guys how I do all this in order. But anyways, you see I got my pancake all rolled up, ready to drop into the pan. And it's going to take a minute for the oil to heat up, and then I go and I put the bowl in the sink and start cleaning that up. And then we I'm going to turn the heat up to get it going. I should have put this on earlier. I could have trusted you guys to know how to pour extra virgin olive oil in your pan, but just trying to be thorough here. Some people might not know anything about cooking. I have no idea. Who knows what. But anyways, I just want to get the oil heated up a little bit here, so I'm turning up the heat just enough to, yeah, it seems like it's starting to get a little bit heated up. So we want to keep it kind of low. We don't want it to cook too fast. We want it to cook thoroughly. I can see it's bubbling up now. So I grab my spatula and I put it down in the oil on purpose. This is part of my helping to keep it clean thing. See, it won't stick to the top of the pancake if I oil it up good. Let it cook for a few seconds on one side. That side will stiffen up enough. So I take the pan over to the sink to flip it so that the oil doesn't go all over the place, okay? After it cooked on that side for a few seconds, after flipping it now, I can smash it down to about the size I want my pancake to be, and should be in good shape. And it doesn't look like a whole lot, maybe, but you don't need a whole lot. Yeah, all that bulky food you've been eating all these years is unnecessary. You need to eat smaller quantities of food with higher nutrition in it. Like almond flour works so much better than just regular white flour. It just, it's worth the cost. And really, I'm eating cheaper now than I was before. If you pay attention to my whole diet, all I'm eating is things like apples, carrots, almond flour, bananas, strawberries. That's pretty much it on me. You can get all your nutrition from that, and I take just a couple of supplements, multivitamin and calcium with vitamin D3 added, plus I use calcium citrate. It's much more absorbable than the calcium carbonate most people buy because it's cheaper. Pay the extra for the calcium citrate. You'll like yourself for it. Anyways, we let that cook up on one side till it gets kind of stiffened up a little bit. See how we're doing. I want to turn the heat up a little bit for this. I don't know. It's cooking a little slower than normal, but that's okay. I don't mind. I got all the time in the world. I know not everybody does. So I try to keep these videos as short as I can, but I want to show you properly what I do and why I think it works out really good. It's stiffened up enough. I take it over to the sinks, flip it over there. Just don't like spraying the oil all over the stove, in case you're wondering. Yep, that side looks pretty nice. I can feel it's cooked on that side pretty good. Nice golden, real light golden brown to it. Just, oh, almost more like a tannish gold. But anyways, we cook this up, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to look like a pancake you see in a restaurant. And it's good to go, nice. You can tell by how stiff it is, it's cooked up just about right. And I can show you the other side too if you want. But that thing, that's a good pancake. Got yourself 20 grams of protein there, about 20% of both calcium and iron too. See, almonds are a balanced food. They provide balanced nutrition for human beings. That's why they're good for you. Anyways, be careful if you got any kind of nut allergy though. This might not work for you. But most people that are allergic to peanuts aren't really allergic to almonds anyways, but the problem is they process both in the same facility, and some of the peanut oil can leak over on the other nuts they process in that place, which kind of sucks. But anyways, that's how I get the thing cooked. Then I grab my honey here, and we just smother it to death. That's gonna turn out to taste pretty good, I think. But anyways, that's how we get it done here. This is Randy's cab. That's my handle. Name's Randy. Thanks for watching. I hope some of these videos will help you, and this diet could really help some people too if they're willing to give it a try, I bet. But be careful, because I'm not a doctor, and you want to make sure your allergies don't kick in or something. Thank you anyways. Goodbye.